Well, hello. Can you believe it? We made it. Today is the finale. Working full circle to win the next level. I just wanted to take a brief minute before we jump in and let everybody know who took the time to watch these videos, to pour into your business, to invest in some time to grow your knowledge, and just to support the work and the effort that it takes to put on these trainings. um, I just want you to know how much I appreciate those of you that took the time to watch. And for those that will be watching later, I pray that it blesses your heart and spirit. The rest, that the rest of us have had a chance to enjoy. This was awesome to kind of show you a peek behind the curtain, so to speak, how simple it is, how effective it can be. And it was a joy to be able to show you totally transparent what happens. So thank you. Thank you for supporting it. Thank you for watching. Uh, I would love to see more comments, more questions, and even more suggestions on what you have discovered through this journey with me. So I wanted to make sure I got all my goodies in place so that we could jump in and do this thing here. So let's do it now. And I want to make sure that I have all the information I need so that if any questions pop up, I can answer them quickly. All right, y'all. First off, let me just tell you that anything that could happen will happen. The more prepared you are, the less it will impact the effort that you put into growing your business. But I just want to let you know that nobody is immune to stuff. Okay, everybody's going to have stuff. Everybody's going to have health issues. Something is going to come up against you when you are trying to do something more. um it's just a part of life. It's how you choose to react to it that makes the difference. So I want to walk you through these past 7 days to kind of review and then kind of show you where we are. And then I have a big, huge invitation for you at the end. Sound good? All right. Well, first of all, each video showed a step-by-step process that began with social media. Now, for those of you who are not social media savvy, don't worry about it. None of us are experts in the beginning on how to capitalize on our social media um, advantage. However, this is all a process. So if you check back in previous videos, I will show you how to embrace something that you have never used before in this way. I don't want you to become afraid of anything that could help you grow your business. There's a proper way to do everything that we do. The success will always reside outside your comfort zone. So I want to start with the mindset. And that is, of course, a food for thought to kind of get us going. We talked about the last time, yesterday, about praying first and then putting into practice, and the fact that anybody can make a splash at anything, but anybody can do that, but not everyone can swim. Well, I want to teach you how to swim. I want to teach you how to tread water, and I want to teach you how to stroke through this business. But it's going to take effort. It's going to take you investing a little bit of time in growing your confidence, growing your skill level, and your discipline. This business isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's a legitimate home based business that takes work. And I know for some it could be a dirty 4-letter word, but I know that's not you. So I want to encourage you to put in a smidgen of the sacrifice and hard work that you do for others. Put it in for yourself and see what happens. I double dog dare you. Okay. Prove me wrong, in fact, right? So I wanted to show you an example of what I do to grow my business. This is just another tool of many that I pull out of my tool belt during times when I want to grow my business. And of course, we've all had to learn how to do things differently. So I want to show you my way of working this thing through. So We also talked about making a friend before you think about making a sale. You know, we are in the relationship building business that comes with making a friend. You are here for a reason. You might as well embrace everything that's available to you to become successful. So let's do this thing together. Okay. Let's do it. Why not? We're doing it. Okay. All right. So, um, let's see. I want to make sure that I gave you the right goodies to get going. All right. So, the first thing, the mindset that I want to put to you today is the faintest ink is always going to be better than the most retentive memory. That to me comes through on a lot. But in this particular application, I want you to think of it as tracking. So, one of the things that I did was I set up a tracking system to help me in the growth in the process of this assignment that we're doing right now. And it will help you grow your business because you know where your attention should be. We're going to come back to this. But I wanted to take you through really quickly how it all started. It started with social media. The first thing I did was I posted on social media a picture that was a part of a trend that was going on during the time of a spread of a 10-year period, you know, where you post a picture of yourself 10 years ago and a picture of yourself now as a part of the trend. Well, it got a lot of attention and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And then I purposely went through and communicated with each person that took the time to either like, heart, or comment on those two pictures. And as a result, it began a chain of conversations with ladies that I don't all know. I don't know a lot of these ladies. And it kind of tickled me because it's amazing how people will say, well, I don't really know anybody. I don't have any friends. I don't have. Yes, you do. Stop saying that you don't have what you don't have. You just choose not to embrace what you do have. Well, this business will give you a safe way to do just that. And that is uncomfortable. But remember, being where you are right now, a whole nother year should be more uncomfortable than what it would take to do one simple thing different. So that's what I chose to do. I got on there and I addressed and thanked each person that took the time to comment on the picture. And it began a chain of conversations. So let me just show you one that began. All right. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the chain again, where the conversation started and then where we are now. Now, these few minutes are going to rock your world. I totally love when friends will ask me, well, what did you do? How did you do it? Right. And I can show them and it makes perfect sense what happens. So I'm going to jump in here and share with you the screen and go from here. So the first thing I did was after I posted the picture, I went in each person, the comment with each person and began a chain of conversations. And the chain of conversations really, really started to jump out at me because it started to let me know how many people you have as quote unquote friend. And the conversation that you can start at any time. So as you can see in this example, I have a friend here that I initially talked to a year ago, back in July last year, and nothing came of it, as you can see, right? Well, this past week, as we got going, I reached out to her and I said, thank you so much for your kind comment on my photo. I was wondering if is there any chance at all that you would be willing to be a face model for me for my upcoming spring portfolio? And feel free to check back during our previous recordings to explain how that model portfolio technique has helped me grow my business for nearly a quarter of a decade, a quarter of a century. All right. Her response to me is, okay, I will, my sister. My sister would like also to join you if you don't mind. I didn't even have to ask her. She asked me if she can include her sister. And of course, I responded back to her. Long story short, I sent her what I needed, because she wanted to know, okay, well, what exactly are we going to do? Um, and I said, I acknowledged that I wasn't always the most tech savvy person in the whole wide world. And I acknowledged her concern that you don't want to just brush it under the rug, because you can't make someone feel special if you don't address their concerns and acknowledge that you're there to support them through it. So I did that. And so then I proceeded to explain to her what I needed from her to make this success. I needed to know what her skin type was. Is it normal or oily? Where she wanted me to send her package to, because some may not necessarily be comfortable with you sending it to their home address, especially if you don't know them any further than the Facebook situation, and what her cell number was. Those are really the only 3 things that you really know to get the process going. So when she sent me all that information, I went ahead and acknowledged that she did. And I said, hey, don't forget, tell your sister too. So I went ahead and got the packet together because I had the samples already here at the studio. You can also use customer delivery to do that process as well. If you have an active discount, you can send it through, and I'll show you how that works in another video. But you can do a customer delivery order for her and have the samples sent to her as well if you don't have them at the house. You just first have to have your discount on. Your discount has to be active, okay? And send her samples to her that way. And so I went ahead and delivered her package to her, made a follow-up phone call, and then the conversation went over to the tracking sheet. So I went ahead and entered her in on my tracking sheet. I went ahead and highlighted her in green to let her know, hey, we're good. Packet went out, right? And I put in her information as she gave it to me so that the tracking process can begin. The next step after that is I went into my communication program that happens to be Scipio for me, but you can use your regular text messaging or whatever you feel is appropriate for communication. For me, it was Scipio. So I went ahead and sent her the information that she needed to go to the next step. All right. So I'm going to show you that now too. All right, so I'm going to go now into Scipio, and I'm going to pull up the chain of conversation that went in to this particular guest as an example of what I do with my customers. Okay, or should I say my new customers? All right, so this is the software that I use when I am training or sending out communications to my customers, right? And it's very cool to use because when I go in, let me see here, there we go. And I'm going to put in her name so you can see the conversation that I made to her. All righty, let me pull this up for her. There we go. There we are. All righty. So right after that particular message to her, I went ahead and started communicating with her on Scipio. I added her to the calendar. And like I said, go back and look at previous videos about that. I had the date already set, added her to the date in the calendar. And my first message to her was, I'm so thankful that you're taking the time to help me with this portfolio project. I'm going to be showing you our amazing products and asking for your feedback along the way. As a director, I use this training tool for my consultants, so this means the world to me. You need to let her know that her time is valuable, not only to you, but to your growth as a consultant, director, whatever the situation may be. And then you let her know, I will send you reminders because I know how busy you are. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't wait to see you. And the link that is attached there just kind of gives her access to the information. And then today, because her appointment actually is tomorrow, the reminder message went out. It says, I am so excited to see you tomorrow. Please don't forget the mirror, washcloth, and the scissors to open the packs if needed. I want you to get special treatment during our time, so please text me back and let me know what your number one beauty concern is. Thanks, Myra. So that acknowledgement went out on yesterday, and then today she got a little reminder to let her know how excited, and because the follow-up, remember I always tell you the fortune is in the follow-up. So That was done, and now her reminder has gone out, so she's pumped up and excited. So don't forget, while we're talking and while we're live, I would absolutely love to hear from you and any questions or comments that you have. So if you're watching me live, I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. So just type in any questions that come up. Okay. All right. So now all the reminders will be going out. She'll also get another reminder that goes out to her right before the event, giving her all the link information and all that stuff that she's going to need to join me online for the session. Okay. So I booked her. And now I'm in the process of following up with her, reminding her, because people are busy. You can't just book an appointment and expect her to remember. Everybody's not going to remember, so you want to remind her, let her know you're excited. Let her know that you're looking forward to it, because if it's true, tell her that so that she knows. So tomorrow, right before the event, this is the message that right after the event, she's going to see this message too. So there's so much that's going to be sent out to her. So I'm kind of pumped up and excited. So moving back. When you are scheduling an appointment, any appointment that you have is worth coaching. When you coach an appointment, that basically solidifies and increases the chance that the appointment will hold. When you do that, you increase all of that, which is what we want. You don't want to book an appointment. In other words, any appointment worth having or worth holding is worth coaching, right? So that's why that is always going to be the most important. And then you update your tracking sheet along the way so that you know where she is in the process, So she has her packet. She now has a great understanding of how important this is to me and how much I appreciate her for doing this. And now you have an opportunity to share the product with another amazing lady that you did not know the week before. All right. So if you have any questions, I can't wait to answer them. So be sure you type them in. I'll see them later. If you put them in, if you're watching it now, I'll be watching your responses. Okay. So now where we are is the follow-up. Now with ladies who have not yet responded, I wanted to go ahead and show you some numbers along the way. So what I want to share with you now is the tracking spreadsheet that I've been using, and to kind of give you a quick overview of what you're looking at. All right, what you're looking at right now is the actual spreadsheet. And what I did is I went ahead and sorted the spreadsheet so that you could see the results. Okay. The results are pretty amazing right now. I have all these that you see here in green are the ladies who have said yes, and they now have packets in their possession. And currently there's a total of 17 who are in that category. So in just 7 days, I have 17 ladies who I will be meeting and doing a facial on in just 7 days. 30 minutes each day, 22 contacts went out each day, and I'll accept yesterday. Let me just tell you what happened yesterday. Life happened to me too. Stuff going on. Did not get a chance to do my 22 touches yesterday. I have just for full transparency, I have a total of 119 that have been completed, which means I owe you 35 more. I will get those 35 done today because I am a woman of my word. But as you can imagine, I didn't get all 154 done, but they will be done today. Okay. So I'm just being totally transparent. But out of 119 touches, these are just individual text messages. I'm going to give you a full count of everything. Oh, there's another green one. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I don't have a so I actually have 18. Wow, cool. Okay, so I have 18 people who have said yes, because this green one should be up at the top. And I just did not update her telephone number in there. So when I sorted it, it didn't grab it. But anyway, you see red, you see yellow. Remember, the red ones are the ones who say that they already have a beauty consultant or they weren't interested. And I'll give you a count of those. I think there was like 4, 5, right? And the ones that don't have any color whatsoever have not responded yet to the initial conversation. So I'm going to give you a full count as we go forward. So be looking for those numbers to change as we go forward through this process that started last Saturday. Okay. I'm going to be showing you each person, all that, will come from, all that comes from it will be on this tracking sheet. In other words, did she get a packet? Did the appointment actually hold? Remember, that's part of the numbers that we're going to be tracking. And of the appointments that held, what were the sales? Did she book a color appointment? Did I get referrals from her? Did I offer her the marketing, which is the interview, to just get her opinion on the marketing? What was her answer? And did I connect her to our Facebook page? Right? So those are all things that I'm going to be tracking for each person so that the relationship can continue to grow, especially for these ladies in green up here on the top, right? So I'm pumped. I don't know about you all, but I'm excited. So even if I don't get another person, I have technically 18 people who will be receiving their packet, right? If only 18 of those people, and I don't get another single yes, that means 9 of them will actually hold an appointment. And of those 9, new customers come from just 1 week's worth of work, 9 possible customers. So you're looking at working from home. And if you have your phone, a computer, a light, whatever, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you have, it will work. Working from home. Totally worth it. You don't have to punch a clock. You could do 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, and you'd be amazed of the results that happen. Okay. So I am looking forward to continuing this track right along with you. Okay. So that's the spreadsheet. So as of right now, we have a total of 18 yeses. All right. So as you go back and look at the numbers, that when we started, the original number, the goal was to have 154 touches. And I'll put those stats up there again for us to review as we go forward. The goal was 154. I'm 35 short. Okay. But at the end of the day today, I will have my 154, because you know what I decided? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do another week. Starting today is my next week. I won't be posting it, but I'm going to share with you my success as we go forward, because I think this was an amazing exercise for me as well. All right, so the numbers shake out like this. My goal was 154 touches. Half of those will result in a response, which could be yes or no, okay, which is 77. I'm looking for 38 bookings, which means 38 packets to go out. Because yes, even I have people who will get a packet from me and not hold the appointment. It's all a part of doing business, right? It's all a part of doing business. Think of it like this. How many times have you ever walked into a store, looked around, but came out and didn't buy anything? Have you ever done that? Well, remember, you're a retailer too. The same thing is possible for you. So yes, I did send, packets out, and yes, there may be 1 or 2 or some that won't even respond or hold the appointment. I know that going into it, but the ones who do will outweigh the ones who don't. Trust me on that. And I'll tell you more about that in days to come. So I'm looking for 38 packets to go out. I'm well on my way to that now. I have 18 that are already accounted for. So I'm expecting 20 more to go out. And of that group, I am looking for 19 of those folks that I sent packets to actually say and actually hold the appointment. So when you do that, it takes the emotion totally out of it. Okay, it takes the emotion totally out of it. And as you can see, I am tracking the information right here on the screen. And it makes a difference when you track it, when you see it, when you highlight it, when you fall in love with it and you acknowledge it. It makes life so much simpler. Okay, a tracked number grows. So between my tablet and my accountability worksheet, I am set for success all the way through, and I can't wait. So if you remember, I told you at the beginning that there was a big surprise. Well, the first appointment that was a result of this activity takes place tomorrow, which is Sunday, the 23rd at 3 p.m. Central Time. 3 p.m. Central Time. My prayer is to stream it live, just like we've been doing here, so that you can see what happens at the end of all that activity. And I hope you watch it. I hope you fall in love with it and start to implement it yourself. If you have any questions about anything that we saw today, I'll be happy to answer it. Put it in the comments right down in here so that I can see who's been watching and following along. And if you would like an invitation to my streamed appointment for tomorrow, please put a message out, send me a text, and I'll be happy to include you on the guest list so that you can see the appointments being held from the activity that started last Saturday. These are totally brand new that have never been approached before. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you to see what happens. Okay. Thank you once, twice, 3 times for being a part of this 7-day journey. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that it generates conversations about how to implement them in your Mary Kay business. And again, my 22 minutes are up, and I pray blessings upon you, the information, and all of us as we grow into this amazing business. Keep in mind that we literally have just a few days left in this calendar month, and I know this is going to be a phenomenal time for us all. If you need anything at all, remember, I'm just as close as a phone call away. And until we see each other next time, be sure you're good to yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Have a good night.